Hey guys, what is up? I am resting in the garden. I have been out here all morning, part of the afternoon, and just feeling kind of tired, but also feeling compelled to just sit and reflect. Wanted to share that with you. Today is a very important anniversary for me. I call it my Cancerversary. What does that term mean? If you've had cancer, you know exactly what it means. Today is the 26th, oh my goodness, now anniversary of my being diagnosed with cancer, specifically cervical cancer. And I wanted to share a little bit about that journey and just praise the Lord for still bringing me through it every single day. So when I was initially diagnosed, they didn't know quite how bad it was. I had metastatic cervical cancer. They found out more once they started my treatment and they opened me up and they saw that indeed it was spreading. After surgery, I had multiple rounds of radiation and chemotherapy. The after effects that I still live with till this day. It is what it is. And it was a long process of recovery, but I look at what God did during that time, and it's just amazing. My husband and I were newly married, and he swung into action like I can't describe, like nobody's business. Just the absolute most wonderful parts of my husband just immediately showed up. And we had just said for better, for worse, for richer, for poorer, in sickness and in health. And I knew he meant it. And he proved to me right away that he meant it. He just took care of me wonderfully. Took about 6 months to get back on my feet. And then obviously years after that, making sure there's no recurrence. Praise the Lord, I've never had a recurrence. And I'm now, like I say, 26 years out. I'm not going to get a recurrence, but I certainly live with the after effects of the illness and the very heavy duty treatment that I got every single day. But I want to, on a day like today, you just have to stop and reflect and remember and just praise the Lord for what he's gotten you through. God could have called me home at that time, but he wanted me earthside. He wanted me earthside for a reason. And he, like I say, God got me through it, and he put the right people in my path to also help me get through it. And in the process, you learn so much. You learn to fully rely on God and trust God like you never have before, because it really all is in his hands. You learn to fight. You learn to fight for your life. You learn patience, because you can't make the time go any faster. You're going to have to go in for checkups after your treatment and make sure the cancer has not recurred. And you have to be able to get through those times, and you have to be able to find the joy of life in between. So I learned an immense patience. And I know some people, after they go through something like a cancer battle, they can lose faith. You hear that all the time. Why did God supposedly give me cancer or allow me to get cancer? That's up to me to search for that reason. My faith only grew stronger through the whole process. The more challenges that Satan throws my way, the stronger my faith gets. That's just how it's always worked in my life, and I'm 57 now, and it's not going to change. So my faith in God, my reliance on him, my looking to him for every understanding imaginable. And I'm at a point now where I look back and I can say, I understand why that happened. And I'm even thankful it happened. And let me tell you, it's not that I'm not sick every day from it, because the after effects are serious. I had pelvic radiation. And it's, from what I understand from one of the surgeons I go to, it's not even a treatment that they do anymore because it's so detrimental later on. But it is what it is. They did what they had to do to save me. God acted through all those doctors, surgeons, specialists, oncologists, radiation oncologists, surgeons. I mean, just absolutely amazing, the teams that came together and saved me. So, yeah, on a day like today, how do you not reflect? Look at where your life is right now, where you've come from, where God has you going. What's the next thing that He has for me? You know, I'm married now also then 26 years because I got cancer right after I found out I had cancer right after I got married. I have 2 grown children now. It's an amazing time of life. I have an online ministry teaching biblical womanhood that has been the greatest blessing to me that I'm hoping to bless others with. God has me in a beautiful place, and I can't wait to see what's ahead. He kept me earthside for a reason, like I say. And you may listen to this and maybe you've had cervical cancer, maybe you've had a different kind of cancer that was a very, very serious case. Maybe you've been sick, maybe you're facing illness now. My prayers are with you. But just look for God in the whole process and trust Him. Okay, guys, I'm going to head inside. It's also Memorial Day. We're going to have a little barbecue. We're going to have some really nice family time. Everybody's off today. I'm going to sign off now, guys. Love and light. To God be the glory. I'll see you again really soon. Bye.